morning, everyone. It is a hot day today, so I thought I'd get out early and show you my beautiful garden this time of year. So come with me. Everyone, it's what is today? Friday. And I am out here in my garden, and I know I've promised to show everybody my my beautiful garden, how big it's grown and what it looks like right now. So I'm going to take you on a quick tour. So here is that pumpkin that I planted at the beginning of the season, and I planted in this guy. He has grown all the way. We even have a big old Cinderella pumpkin growing right there. It's nice and pretty. And he has grown all the way out this way. I only have one pumpkin. Hello. I only have one pumpkin on it right now, but probably gonna get at least one more pumpkin. I have big pumpkin patches in the back as well, with like 5 or 6 more pumpkins growing besides this one. These are my russet potatoes. We got a bunch of stuff growing here. So we got russet potatoes. Wow, hello. And then squash. Here's my squash. And this guy hasn't produced yet. If you come in here into the squash jungle, we got yellow zucchini. And keep going. This right here has, because there's a bee in there right now. He's pollinating. He's pollinating. There's another one in here. They're all pollinating in here. So this is supposed to be like a starburst. You can see one growing right down there. Squash right there. He's happy. And then I have, ooh, it's hard to get through here. You see the sunflowers are behind me and they are about to bloom. And then behind that is corn. And it's definitely a jungle. They're about as tall as me right now. Look around. We're gonna go through the jungle and keep going. We gotta get through here. All right, ooh, there's a zucchini I gotta pick. A nice big zucchini. This is a type of tomato that is super cool. It's called a Geranium Tomato, and they're supposed to get really small, but they stand up so well on their own. This Geranium Tomato, it doesn't really use anything but these sides, and it hasn't fallen over. It's super cool. Hasn't really produced any fruit yet. They're going to be like really small fruit. But it's really small tomatoes. But, you know, all my tomatoes are really late this year, so. Woo! Got bees landing on me. So we're going to go ahead and pick this guy. Leave me alone. Holy cow, I don't even know if I can pick this without. Oh, that's a good sound. There you go. There's that one. And then let's go in for. Do you think we should pick that one, or should we let it grow more? Let's pick it. Oh, nice sound. Okay. Go out of the jungle. Put these over here. I know I should pick them smaller, but that's okay. I'm gonna grate them up and make a zucchini bread out of them later. There's another one here. that I want to get. I watered this yesterday. You can see it still holds water really well. And that is because it's all very closely, oops, there's my hand. So I watered this yesterday, and I'm going to show you how much water is still nice and moist. Yesterday was 99 degrees, and I just do it every other day, and it just works out really perfectly. The plants are densely planted, so that's how you keep the water from evaporating. It's a cool little trick. Here's my other pumpkin patch. I have two pumpkin plants growing in here. This is one of my compost bins, and you can see there's a ton of flowers in here, and there's a pumpkin back there that's growing. I'm gonna get in here. This gate keeps my dog from running across all of this pumpkins. This is my normal dog space. Here's another pumpkin growing there. And then we got a few more pumpkins, one right there and one right there. So there's 4. I think there's one more. Yep, there's one more right down here that's growing. So that's 5 pumpkins on these 2 plants that are growing, and I'm guessing there's going to be at least a few more before it's done. That'll grow. Here's a starting pumpkin. We'll see if that guy got pollinated enough to grow for us. Very cool. And this is where my arugula. By the way, arugula flowers are amazing. They taste amazing. And if you are not a huge fan of arugula, the flowers themselves are semi-sweet. So grow it, and they grow amazingly, and they're so pretty. This right here is my onion patch that I just harvested all the way down. So there's some onions over there. The bulk is drying back there. Here we go. We're gonna come out of here. And this is beautiful sunflower, and all these small tiny sunflowers that are growing very much. And I stuffed a bunch of stuff in here, a bunch of plants in here. So we've got different types of kale and my collards. Collards are so cool. If you ever, thought about growing collards, do it. They're amazing. They grow in a great different kind of conditions. They are so pretty, and they taste really good, and they're very easy to grow. Marigolds. This is another bean plant, a different type. And this bean plant, you can see one of them gets really big beans on them. And I also, in between, I have more tomatoes growing here. You got some beautiful tomatoes down here growing. And these are called purple something. Something purple. Oh, hello, butterfly. And there's another tomato right there. I can't remember the name of them right now. I will get to it better. I'll go back. We'll figure out the name. But they've had lots and lots of blooms, and they're finally getting little tomatoes on them. And this is our really wild patch of wildflowers. The bees absolutely love it. And the poppies, as you can see, completely took over. And some of the other flowers are starting to come up now too. Hibiscus, but the bees just love it here. So that's really cool. Here's another pumpkin plant that I grew from seed. And there's another pumpkin growing. Hi, little butterfly. Come over here. These are my little baby rabbits. Hey, hi, baby bunnies. Little baby bunnies. Hi, mama. They're just munching away. So here's one of my tomato and cucumber beds. I didn't plant these till like beginning of July. And I bought them at the store, except for the cucumbers. The cucumbers actually are from seed, but everything else I bought from the store. These are bush early girls, and I've been pulling off all of the little flowers on them so that they will continue to grow and get bushier and bigger before they flower for me, and then they'll produce a lot all at once. These right here are lemon cucumbers, And I planted the whole thing, but only these guys seem to grow. And then over here are regular slicing cucumbers. And behind it, I have better boys that are growing. Come here. Here's those. And they are already starting to flower as well, but I'm going to let them flower because better boys are indeterminate tomatoes and they continue to grow all season, while bush tomatoes, which are determinate tomatoes, and these bush tomatoes are determinate tomatoes and they only grow for a certain amount, and then they stop growing and they produce a bunch at once. So over here I have my beautiful butternut squash that's growing. I grew it actually from a butternut squash that I grew it from seed from a butternut squash that I got at the store. And we have one that's actually growing here and there. That one's getting pretty big. It's fun that they have these stripes on them. I really like that a lot. That is a male flower, if you guys don't know. And a female flower is right down here. It looks like that on the inside. Very pretty. And they need both to pollinate and make you some fruit. And of course, all of my beautiful marigolds. I got these marigolds at M.I. Gardener. And all of M.I. Gardener seeds, well, not all of them, most of M.I. Gardener seeds online are $1. And this was a mix of different types of marigold seeds, and they are growing amazingly. And they're so pretty. They're doing their job. All right, let's go look at my bean plants. These are rattlesnake beans, and I'm letting these ones grow so I can collect seeds from them later. That one has a little blemish, but there's a bunch of them growing. See how nice and fat they are? And they start out nice and tiny and small, just like this one. And these ones were pretty much hit up at the very beginning with bugs. So they took a while to get started, but now they have grown up. They're gonna get as big and they're as this doorway, and they're supposed to get 10 feet long. So they'll grow and fill this whole space up before the end of next month. This is really my last area of growing stuff. We got strawberries, and that's a pineapple strawberry that hasn't produced for me. Another pumpkin that's growing from the back. And this guy's almost ready to pluck out. He's really cool. Some more tomatoes that are growing here. This has all gotten really wild. I am letting these go to seeds so that I can collect the seeds. It's orch, and it grows really well even when it's nice and hot, and the leaves taste just like spinach, and they can be used just like spinach. So there's my lettuces in the back, and here's some basil that's growing for me. The other thing is borscht. And this borscht, it kind of smells like cucumbers, but the pollinators absolutely love it, and I would totally suggest people plant borscht because it's just phenomenal. There's another pumpkin growing back there. So I have lost count of pumpkins. This pumpkin plant has just taken over. That is one back there, and it's a volunteer. Thank you guys for going with me on a tour of my garden today, and I hope to see you all soon.